Hello and welcome to CineBolt. If you are endlessly scrolling through Prime Video in search of high-octane excitement, your quest ends here. The platform harbors a secret stash of adrenaline-pumping masterpieces ranging from brutal historical epics to gritty, fast-paced shootouts. So without further ado, let's begin the video. Number 6. Prisoner of War.
You can keep lining up your men. Eventually, you'll just run out of warriors.
It is a 2025 martial arts action drama directed by Louis Mandylor, starring Scott Adkins. The narrative centers on James Wright, a British RAF officer captured during World War II's Battle of Bataan. Inside a brutal POW camp, he endures grueling fights while plotting a daring escape. The film excels in its visceral, expertly choreographed combat sequences, anchored by Adkins' intense physical performance that perfectly captures the grim reality of captivity. However, generic dialogue and underdeveloped supporting characters occasionally undermine the emotional stakes. Despite these flaws, the sheer brutality and visually magnificent martial arts displays provide an enthralling experience. Overall, it is a must-see for fans of relentless, gritty war thrillers. Number 5. The Roundup. It is a 2022 crime-action thriller directed by Lee Sang-yong, starring Ma Dong-seok and Choi Gui-hwa. The story revolves around the formidable detective Ma Seok-do, who travels to Vietnam to extradite a suspect, only to uncover a vicious serial killer targeting Korean tourists. The movie seamlessly balances high-octane brawls with sharp comedic timing. Ma Dong-seok's charismatic, heavyweight performance is a massive strength, driving the film's energetic pacing and bone-crunching choreography. Although the plot is straightforward and lacks originality compared to other procedural thrillers, the immaculate execution keeps it consistently engaging. Despite a predictable villain arc, the film's explosive momentum never wanes. Overall, it is an exceptionally entertaining watch for anyone who loves charismatic, hard-hitting action cinema. Number 4. The Eiger Sanction. It is a 1975 espionage action thriller directed by and starring Clint Eastwood, alongside George Kennedy. The narrative centers on Jonathan Hemlock, a retired assassin-turned-art professor who is coerced back into service. To avenge a friend's murder, he must identify and eliminate a traitor during a perilous ascent of the Swiss Eiger Mountain. The film boasts visually magnificent, practical mountaineering sequences that induce genuine vertigo, enhanced by sweeping cinematography. However, it suffers from severe pacing issues during its slow-burn first half, and certain espionage tropes feel rather dated. Although the build-up requires patience, the breathtaking high-altitude climax is undeniably thrilling. Overall, it is a highly recommended classic for fans of nuanced, practical stunt adventures. Number 3. The 13th Warrior. It is a 1999 historical action-adventure directed by John McTiernan, starring Antonio Banderas. The story revolves around an exiled Arab poet who reluctantly joins 12 Norse warriors on a brutal quest to defend a remote village from a cannibalistic tribe of cave dwellers. The film excels in its rich atmospheric tension and the nuanced blending of contrasting cultures. Its visceral, rain-soaked battle sequences and magnificent production design effectively create an enigmatic, terrifying world. Although the narrative suffers from an uneven flow and hurried resolutions due to well-known post-production issues, its raw energy remains completely intact. Despite its flawed pacing, the movie's grim aesthetic delivers an unforgettable ride. Overall, it is a must-see cult classic for fans of dark historical fiction. Number 2. Apocalypto. It is a 2006 historical action-adventure directed by Mel Gibson, featuring Rudy Youngblood. Set during the twilight of the Mayan civilization, the narrative centers on a young hunter named Jaguar Paw. After raiders destroy his village and capture him for sacrifice, he makes a desperate, perilous flight through the unforgiving jungle. The film is a masterclass in kinetic momentum, utilizing minimal dialogue and visually magnificent cinematography to enthrall viewers. Its strength lies in its visceral chase sequences, an immersive portrayal of a decaying empire. However, the relentless brutality can be overpowering, and its historical accuracy takes a backseat to pure cinematic spectacle. Despite its exhausting intensity, the flawless pacing creates an electrifying survival story. Number 1. Sisu. It is a The 2022 war action thriller directed by Jalmari Highlander starring Jorma Tommila and Axel Hennie. Set during the 1944 Lapland War, the story revolves around a grizzled gold prospector. When a ruthless Nazi squad steals his gold nuggets, he unleashes a hyper-violent campaign of vengeance fueled by pure Finnish grit. The movie is a visually magnificent spectacle of practical gore and explosive creativity. It thrives on its enigmatic, near-silent protagonist and the beautifully bleak cinematography capturing the harsh wilderness. Although the plot relies heavily on absurd invincibility tropes and lacks emotional depth in its supporting cast, it never pretends to be a nuanced drama. Despite its one-dimensional narrative, the cathartic, bone-crunching action keeps viewers utterly engaged. Overall, it is a must-see masterpiece for anyone craving unapologetic, glorious cinematic mayhem.